hit from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
That's good.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
High arcing shot. No good at the rim.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane. And Irving, super skilled, one of the league's best shooters, and he'd make a strong case for being the league's most elusive ball handler as well. Seems to get by his man pretty much at will.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Crawford, no luck. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. A nice shot by LeBron. And Irving super quick with the ball in his hands. And when he gets to the basket, a master using spin and English to convert.
And Kevin, you know, the story is that growing up, the hoop in his yard had a big part of the backboard broken off on the right side, so he had to learn that spin in English in order to bank it in.
I like that story.
Necessity is the mother of creation.
Smith with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Here's Redick. And James pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. He kicks it to Mazda. And Paul pulls it down. The Clippers trail. The dish now to Redick. Pass to Griffin. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assist from
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now here's James. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston. Irving from long range.
Nice rebound in traffic, and that's his job.
To the wing on the left. Kicks it out to Paul. There's the triple. No good. Some solid defense there from Irving. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They kind of grinned out and did a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Barnes, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Jamal Crawford. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win if need be is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
And that one's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Davis puts up the baby hook. And that misses badly. Air ball.
Well, one way or another, the Clippers, as you said, they'll find ways to score points, even if it means selling a call or two. But you do what you need to do to get wins, and most players are open to that. Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Smith for 3. Can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Guys, given their performance in that game, which was less than pretty, by the way, I had a hard time believing it wound up as close as it did.
Likewise, I feel the same way, Steve. I mean, when it was coming down the stretch, I was thinking, how in the heck are they still in this game? You got to be kidding me. You got the sense that it was never going to be their night.
Paul outside. Good if it comes. What a play! Simply drains it in at the... Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Redick in at the 3 spot. The shot's good from Paul.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Celtics in Boston.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit, and you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Irving kicks to Smith. 4 seconds left. And it's blocked by Jordan. 5 on the clock. Irving drives in. From deep, James. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
And the Clippers making a change here. Turkoglu's checked in. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Chris Paul, as you know, has accomplished so much in the NBA, but he's ready for that ultimate prize. As Paul said, that's the only thing that matters now. At this point in my career, I'm only focused on building for the postseason, because that's where you make your name, and that's where you make your imprint on history. He's looking to add to that wonderful legacy, guys.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, you can see that desire on the court. He's so focused. Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving.
And J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
And, you know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on, Kevin. I mean, what is this guy thinking about here?
Paul, honest, we could be eating some of that food. And the Clippers call time here. Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Well, they got beat last time because they were, I thought, very passive. I mean, they really didn't attack the hoop. They settled for outside jumpers. And you can see it when you look at the stat sheet and the free throw differential.
Ball's checked in for Turkoglu. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Clark, later in the game, you need to get to the line.
I think you're right, Kevin. You want to get that ball to the rim. Your backcourt needs to drive the ball to the basket, get some fouls racked up on the other team's big people, get a couple of easy points at the foul line. That's how you turn the end game in your favor.
That's just good strategy.
Excellent strategy when you can execute it. You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
Paul kicks to Crawford. That's tipped. Back to Paul. Now here's Redick. Covered by Smith. Crawford outside.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Redick with the three. The Cavaliers leading by 11. And a wide open look for Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Spencer Hawes.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Matt Barnes is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Crawford. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Guys, this has been one of the weaknesses for this team all season long. They're shooting just 71% as a team.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Good on the second free throw. Outside Irving. Got it off in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers lead by 10. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
As effective as he was slashing to the hoop in that first half, he was even better finishing once he got there.
Those were some incredible dunks we saw. I mean, incredible. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in the last two quarters.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The free throw drops for Redick. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the boards, but you have to be smart. He went right over his back on that one. Not a good play.
I think he was just over anxious that time.
And the Clippers call time here.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, I'm going to the NBA, and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Here's Griffin. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Jordan.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
The shot's good from Irving.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.